Hey everybody, welcome back to the Carry and Cut YouTube channel. And if you're new here, I sure do appreciate you stopping by and watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also check out our Instagram at Carry and Cut and our Patreon at Carry and Cut also. All the support is greatly appreciated, and all the proceeds from the Patreon are going to go directly back into the channel to buy new equipment and new knives to hopefully make the content and the quality better for you guys. And make sure you stay to the end of the video. I have a special message about our 500 subscriber giveaway, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to Jimmie Crowe. This is another one of his knives that he has lent to us to take a look at. And of course, I'm going to get it all cleaned up. I'm going to disassemble in another video, do some disassembling and maintenance. I'm going to send all the knives right back to him. So Jimmie, I sure do appreciate all your help and your support. You know, your support makes this stuff possible for the channel. You know, I don't have every knife that there is in existence. I don't have the budget for it. And so nice subscribers like Jimmie and our other friend Sitivien sends their knives in every once in a while for us to take a look at. So I sure do appreciate it, guys. And with that being said, we are looking at the Sitivien ST801. So this is a nice full-size knife, liner lock, 8CR 18 MOV on the blade steel. This is, if you guys aren't aware of Sitivien yet, it is one of the Chinese manufacturers making knives, and they are, they're an awesome quality for what you get. You know, this knife right here is $19.99 on Amazon, and you are getting almost 3.5 inches. We're going to go over some specs here, but 3.5 inches of 8CR steel, and for that price point of $20, you really can't complain with that. You got a nice solid liner lock, amazing flipping action. Check out the close on that. You know, it's not exactly drop shut, but it's definitely drop shut. I'm pretty sure this is running on some sort of, I'm not sure if they're ceramic ball bearings, but they're definitely bearings in the pivot. So this thing is definitely smooth. Liner lock action works great. And this knife does not come in these green color handles. I know Jimmie likes to do some modifications and some custom stuff with his knives. And this used to be a tan, well, it's still G10, but at one point in time, I think it's a G10. All the ones that I could find, I'm pretty sure it looks like and feels like a G10. Kind of my Carta E G10, but I want to say it's kind of like a peel ply texture G10, but it was tan at one point in time, like a coyote brown tan. At least that was the one that I'll be linking in the description below. But he Rit dyed them green. At least I'm pretty sure he used Rit dye, so definitely pretty nice. So let's go over some overall specs and size here. Okay, so we're looking at, let's put it right there on the end. We got about almost 3.7, little past the 3.6 of 3 5/8 of sharpened edge on the knife, right around 3 3/4 of actual blade length on the knife. Overall, we're right a little past 8 1/4, about an 8 1/3 of an inch of actual length. And this knife is definitely a little bit thicker in the pocket. You know, we're definitely looking right at I want to say right at around a 1/2 inch. Yep, right about a 1/2 inch. These are definitely contoured too. They're not just a flat slab of G10. So, I mean, you got to think of that when you're thinking of your price. You know, pricing there. You're getting a little bit of contour in your G10 handles, and it's nice G10 too. It's not real cheap feeling. You got bearings in the pivot, nice liner lock, deep carry clip. That is, you know, it's nothing too special, but the clip does work pretty good. I've carried it for a couple days now, and I really do enjoy enjoying this knife. You know, we have a nice draw point blade, flat grind, and high flat grind. Not a full flat grind, but a high flat grind. It comes down to a pretty acute tip down there at the edge. So, you know, nothing too crazy, but definitely pretty pokey. Can't even really focus it on the camera. You know, I think you guys get what I'm saying. It definitely does come down to a pretty thin, acute point at the tip. So we got perfect centering going on there, and just real nice action overall. So let's go ahead and give it a weight before we do any sort of size comparisons. So thanks, Miss Carry and Cut, for letting us use the kitchen scale again. Got it all zeroed out. Oh, there we go. Zeroed out. We're looking at 4 ounces exactly. So 4 ounces for your almost 3 3/4 inch knife. That's definitely pretty good. I know a lot of people like to, you know, talk about the whole weight and everything and how they like the ultralight and whatever else they like. So let's go ahead and compare it to the Civivi Governor. At least a little size comparison. This is another one of Jimmie's knives. So you'll have to, if you guys have been keeping up with a little bit of series we got going on here, These have all been Jimmie's knives here in the past and last couple days. So up against the Sin-Cut Watauga. Also, it's definitely a little bit smaller than the Civivi Governor, and it's a little bit bigger than the Sin-Cut Watauga at the same time. So how about, let's go over our 500 subscriber giveaway knife. This is the Civivi Button Lock Praxis. And we're actually pretty close in length to that one right there. That's about a perfect size representation there. Let's go ahead and go over. Let's check out the. This is another amazing Amazon find beyond. I think it was Beyond EDC or Max. I think it was Max Level EDC, something like that. Showed this knife on one of his YouTube community posts, and it is the VNLA. No, that's the name of the brand, VNLA Praxis Flipper it's called. So we got a 14C 28N on the blade steel and a G10 on the handles, and it's got pretty good action, it really does. And this knife was only $25, so this is another, you know, kind of crazy thing. I'm going to go over a video on this one too. I'm not completely impressed with it, but still, for what you're getting and the materials and the action is pretty remarkable for only $25, so definitely pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do the Spyderco PM2 while we're at it, might as well. So there's a pretty good little size comparison for you guys. And one more, let's do a micro one. How about the new Vosteed Mini Labrador? I've said this before in some of our other videos, that this is my new favorite mini knife. I don't even like small knives, but this one is really sweet. I'm loving this thing. Titanium handles, 14C on the blade steel. This thing is just a sweet little 5th carry pocket knife. Fifth pocket carry. There you go. So that's pretty cool. Stay on the lookout for this video too. I'm going to be doing a review on this thing here for too long. So we know, what is this knife good for? I think that if you want to do any sort of customization or just a super, you know, affordable, cheap knife that you can beat on or do whatever you want to do with, this is definitely a good option. You know, a lot of these Chinese manufacturers, whatever they are, they're getting really good at the whole budget category, and in my mind, the budget category is where everything's really shining. You know, there's a lot of excitement around owning a lot of cool knives, and especially ones that are coming at an awesome price point. I know you're not going to get the whole made in USA, and trust me, I love made in USA products just as much as the next guy does. But it's still pretty crazy to me that they're able to get these prices so low on knives like this when, you know, back in the day, I don't even know what the knives were back in the day, honestly. I haven't been collecting that long, but I imagine $20 would have, I don't even know what it would have got you. Something, maybe a Gerber exoskeleton or something I've seen. I'm not even sure, you know, what's all going on there. So it's definitely crazy to think of how far the industry has came and what you can actually get for $20. So it's definitely a good value. I'll say that, good value. You know, we got more than one deployment option. Of course, the flipper tab is real nice. Flipper tab is right, perfectly in line with the pivot, so you're going to get great flipping action off of it. Awesome action on the close. You can even get the reverse flick going out there at that thumb hole. I can even get my thumb in there and do like a thumb opening. So it's definitely, you know, I like that. Ergonomics are pretty good. The handle's nice. It really fills the hand well. I have a large size hand. At least I wear large gloves. So it really holds you in there nice and tight. You know, bear down on it, like bear grip. You can even do like I guess if you had to, you know, get some down tip work, you know, close up. You know, I could definitely go to town on peeling some apples with this thing. So pretty cool. I definitely approve for the $25 price tag, or sorry, $20 price tag this thing is. And they have a million and one different models that you can look at. So if you just go on Amazon, look at Sitivien knives, there's just a whole slew of different, you know, stuff. And I'd say this is kind of in the Gonzo territory also, and they have some pretty cool budget stuff too. So really, it's all budget oriented stuff. So with that being said, if you're looking at a nice budget knife, I wouldn't hesitate on this one. You know, I wouldn't put this past even a $70 knife. You know, it seems like the quality is just that high for what you're getting. So stay tuned for the next video. We're going to be doing a maintenance disassembly video on this thing and look at the inner workings and see what makes this thing tick and how they're achieving this really good action. So until next time, guys, if there's anything I missed, don't forget to leave it down in the comments below, and I will be more than glad to answer your questions. You know, these aren't scripted. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head and what you know, sticks out, and really trying to hit the basic things that everybody wants to see. And of course, we got our stainless steel deep carry clip folded over. These screws are not flush mounted, so that's just another thing to keep in mind. But still, for the price point we're looking at, you have to keep that in mind here. So there we go. Nice overall profile of it. It's definitely a pretty sweet shape. It just works. Pretty cool. So all right, guys. Till next time. Don't forget to be watching for the Just Simply video on this thing. Thanks, guys.